All right. Are we live yet? What's up? Hi, guys. We are live. What's going on? Okay, my name is Jennifer Luddington. Jen the Generator. And I help you generate the power to free yourself from the imprisonment of your lies. I got a board today. You can see I got to learn how to go. Yeah, there, you can see it now. Okay. We're gonna do some fun stuff today. So first, right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm coming live. If those of you don't realize why I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's because I'm going to sell you something. I'm going to pitch you something. I'm going to make you an offer about something that's going to move your life forward. I'm going to share with you what I do and what took me over 8 years to finally figure out. And I put it into something really strategic with tools and a framework that actually works. It's not the fluff. It actually works. But first, I'm going to teach you stuff. I'm going to teach you stuff. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to do it differently today. So when you're here and you're ready to learn something today that's actually going to add value to your life with strategy and tools that are going to help move you forward and not give you fluff, let me know you're here and that you're ready. Let me know that you're here and ready. So interesting thing, right now, I think people have this crazy notion that, you're either on like the one side of the table where you're like, I give up, freaking give up. Life is hard. I don't know what to do. I'm just done, right? I'm throwing in the towel. And then there's like people that are on the other side, right? Where they're like going, pushing. And whether you're on one side or you're on the other, or you're stuck in the middle, right? Or you're stuck in the middle, I'm going to support you today. Because I think what happens when things get hard, when things are, life is throwing crazy stuff at us, right? What happens is like we all of a sudden retract or we push really hard. And sometimes we try to blow our lives up. And some people call it self-sabotage. We try to blow our lives up. People are like, oh, my relationship's not working, divorce. My job's not working, quit. I'm not finding my passion, done, I give up on entrepreneurship, right? And they blow up their life when really it's about blowing up your beliefs, because your beliefs are liars. Your stories are liars, right? Your stories, the game you're running is not true, you guys. And I'm going to teach you today about how to move from that storyline, right? The storyline that's causing a lot of anxiety, like we should perform, we should do all these things, and move you into the being of where to start, how to get out of your stories, how to get out of your lies, how to get out of that stuck mindset so that you can actually perform at a level that feels good, to where it keeps you in alignment with who you actually are, right? Who you be. So if you're a woman right now, and I love working with high-performing, driven women that are feeling like they're stuck in the middle. And if you're a woman right now that's like, gosh, I feel like I'm having to live into this hustle hard, boss babe mentality. I'm feeling like I have to keep up with everybody else around me that's like conquering the world, right? And I feel like I've lost myself along the way. Maybe you feel like you lost your purpose. You don't even know why you're doing it anymore. You don't know who you really are, and you feel like you're walking around in circles like a zombie, or you're circling the drain, or maybe you're drinking too much wine at night to numb yourself, or maybe you have taken one too many Xanax lately to calm yourself down, or maybe you just don't know how to be. You don't know how to connect. You don't know how to be intimate. You don't know your femininity because you're stuck in the doing, stuck in your lies about what you should be, about who you should be, and what you should do in order to be approved of or accepted or good enough. I'm telling you right now, that was me. I was stuck in that depressive, anxiety-ridden, overwhelmed cycle that led me down a path of self-destruction like you've never seen. And yeah, okay, get it. Right, like, okay. It's easy for me to say on the other side of it. And I'm not saying I don't struggle with it. I still struggle in that. Like maybe I should do more. Maybe I should look a certain way. Maybe I should be more fit. Maybe I should do all these things. But the reality of it is, you guys, is I need to focus on who I be so that I can stay in my alignment and stay fulfilled, feeling joy every day instead of stress and anxiety and worry and overwhelm. I'm like, right now we need this more than ever because who we be is more important than what we do. Who we be is more important than what we do because we can't have what we want, which is fulfillment and abundance, if we don't start being the bee. And I know some of you are like, well, how do I be the bee, Jen? That's how I help you generate your own power. That's what I do. So you can get out of your lies and stop telling yourself the stories that you can't, you shouldn't, or you should, right? And get into your truth because that's where your power lives. And that's what my programs do. They're strategy-based, strategic-based, without the fluff and crap. Because honestly, you guys, I did all the fluff and crap. I did all the self-development programs. I did all the workshops. I did all the trainings. I did all the books, and nothing worked. Everybody was saying the same thing. Instead of actually calling it what it is, which is you're lying to yourself. Your beliefs are bull, and your stories that you're running are a game. That's the truth. And working with someone that actually was bold enough and cared about me enough to not give me fluff and actually be real with me changed my life. And that's what I want to do for you. That's why I even show up here, right? All right, so let's go a little deeper here. So let's start with some basics. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna share some stuff with you. So let's look at this. What does this bee mean? And I might, I'll knock it over. I don't want you to understand, I don't want you to look at this like, Jen, what's bee? Bee is your state. Right? So being is physically. And the problem with this bee right here, nobody knows what the hell that is. Because we're all chasing the do, because we all want to have the things, the abundance. We all want the fancy cars, the accolades, the Instagram followers. We all want the abundance. But we want to skip the first step, which is who we be. Because let me tell you something really quick. This is really interesting. I was stuck in the do. Like I thought because I was in fitness, I had to like perform. I had to look a certain way. I had to get on stages. I had to compete. I had to do all these things in order to be accepted, approved of, or lose my imposter syndrome. Guess what? I was chasing the wrong thing. I was enduring the wrong crap. That wasn't even what I wanted. I was just doing it to endure because I thought that's what other people did and that's what I should do. It was like a copycat. I was literally living into and enduring things that didn't even matter to me. How many of you feel like that right now? Like the external culture is telling you what you need to do, what you should do in order to have all the things that we're supposed to want to have. How many of you feel like that right now? I know. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We got lost somewhere. We got lost somewhere. And we stopped understanding who we intrinsically be. We stopped. You guys, I don't know if you can see all that because I have the light up, but we're going to go through it. So when you start with who you're be, which is what I teach in my 21-day challenge is coming up, it's in September. The first step I teach is laying this foundation, how to actually do this, not the fluff about journaling and meditation. Yeah, there's some of that, and I understand some of it's important, but we're going to get real. It's not, you don't get the answers that you need in life by just simply meditating and trying to ohm out. It doesn't happen that way. You've got to actually work for it. It's simple. My steps are simple, but they're not easy. You have to actually do the work. So we lay the foundation about who you actually be on this planet. What actually matters to you, not what culture or society has said to us that matters. And how many of us are chasing what society and culture tells us to chase so we can have all the things we're supposed to want to make us happy? Right? Thanks, Jamie. How many of us are doing that right now? That's why we're lost. That's why we're suffering. That's why there's misery and violence and shame and guilt and anger. Stop. Let me help you. This is what I do. I finally figured it out. 8 years later of going through the fluff that didn't freaking work. Thanks, Jamie. I get it now. This is where it begins. It begins with you, not with what you do. You have intrinsic value. Just being you. I finally figured that out. But how do you do it? That's what I do. That's what I teach. It's really cool. That's what I want. That's why I'm here. That's why I show up live like this. Because I know I can show you how to be. Find your intrinsic value system, what makes you tick, what actually matters in your soul, and then you get to do the important shit first. The important stuff first. I start with the important stuff first. The other stuff comes when you shift your state, when you have the right intentions. Intention matters. What is your intention? What are you trying to create in your life? Do we even know? Or are we being told and led like sheep? Right? That's what's happening. Okay, so when you learn the intention of your life, when you can shift your state of being to stay in your values, I know I'm just drawing all over the place, but that's all right. When you can stay in your values, then you can bring your values into what you do. You can find the mechanisms to create the strategy that serves your being. Not the other way around. Problem is we all start here. Problem is we all start in the do. Why? That's an external goal that somebody said you should manage or do or live into. That's suffering. That is suffering. You can solve that suffering by creating a different state of being, a strategy that works with your values, a mechanism that feels aligned to you so that you can have the outcome or output that brings you your definition. Yours, not mine, not my husband's, not what society says, not what Instagram is pushing down your throat every day. Yours. And how many of us even know what that is anymore? Man, I couldn't find mine. I was talking to one of my clients today on the phone. Super, super successful, like multi-millionaire times 10. Times 10. And his life isn't what it seems. Isn't what it seems. The rainbows and butterflies of money and external successes don't equal intrinsic value and success to what feels good and alignment with us. I had to figure out that the hard way. It was really crappy. It almost cost me my life. I'm not even joking. I was on a path of self-destruction like nothing you've ever seen. I was a train wreck. I don't like to say that. I was a shitty mom. I don't like to say that either. I was disconnected. I had no idea how to connect to people anymore because I turned off my being and turned on my doing, chasing something that didn't even matter to me. Once we stop doing this, we get to have the abundance and fulfillment, not happiness. Fulfillment is different than happiness. Happiness is wavering, right? Ice cream can make you happy, right? It's momentary. Fulfillment is truth. It's power. Generating your own power to free yourself of the stupid stories that are lies that we all run a game in our mind every day and start to believe, and all of a sudden we're stuck in misery, shame, overwhelm, and exhaustion. Instead of living into our being, creating what matters to us and a mechanism and strategy that feels right with us so that we can have the success and the outcome that actually fulfills us. And yeah, Jamie, it looks different for everyone. Looks different for everyone. That's the beautiful thing. And some of us don't know what that is. So here's the thing, you guys. I've spent the last, 50 people. Half of that, I coached from a place of bullshit. Not kidding. Not easy to say. I was faking it. Because I was being. I was not being, I was doing. I was faking what I thought was the right way. I was faking it. I was like, oh, this is what everybody else does. This is what I need to do. I wasn't being honest with myself. And until I blew up my stories, not my life. There's a difference. You can blow up your stories and your beliefs. You don't have to blow up your life. There's a way to blow up your beliefs, get real, back into it so that you can actually start taking responsibility and not blow up your life. You guys, you can. Man, it was hard. It was not easy. And I finally found the tools and strategies after the 8 years of seeking this, my own healing and growth, taking out the fluff of all the challenges of find your confidence and do all these things. I'm not throwing rocks. Well, maybe I am. But what I'm trying to say is some of that's bullshit. What's not bullshit is when you start to learn that you're lying. Your being is what matters. This doing is a lie for a lot of us, most of us, I'd say. And when we get underneath those stories, those lies, those beliefs that came from past experiences that we took on a perception of that's not even true, then we can actually have the fulfillment. That's our truth. And that's where your power lives. And when you have that, no one can take your power from you. And you live in abundance. All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to be doing something rad. Rad. Like super rad. I want you to be a part of it because I want to help you do this. Like you get to do the B so that you can have what you want. Not what everybody else wants, what you want. Get clarity on it. Get the vision and get the tools, strategies, and framework to make it work for you. Well, I'm doing the first step. The first step of this program, I'm offering it. I'm allowing everybody to do the first step. Usually it's just my one-on-one clients, but I changed my model. So I've been running a test group. They love it. They're freaking changing their life. I've got women that are starting businesses that they never thought they wanted to start, that are actually taking time to slow down and loving their families and being connected and actually having sex with their husband again and not caught in the rat race. They're actually getting in bed with their husband and snuggling and cuddling and getting intimate. They have time for it. They're actually cooking for their kids. They're actually doing the things that matter first. And that's actually what's turning them on. Turning them on, lighting the fire again. So they don't feel like walking zombies, sheep. I don't want that for you. It sucks. Oh God, it sucks. I've been there so often in my life. I'm not there anymore because I stay in my being. I'm going to teach you how to. So this program I'm offering starts in September. I'm not letting people sign up yet. I'm putting them on a wait list. I want to see who's going to show up. And it's a 21-day challenge that's actually me caring enough about you to tell you the truth, not fill you with fluff. And it's only $47. Pretty affordable. And you get me coaching you for 21 days on how to lay the foundation of how to be your bee. No fluff. No crap. Just me telling you how it is and then hugging you. Virtual hug. That's the thing with me is I will tell you how it is because I care enough about you to be honest with you, but I will also hug you and love you through it. That's what worked for me. And I think that when you are working with somebody that's honest enough to tell you, to call you on your stories, to call you on those past beliefs that aren't serving you, to actually make you buck up and be honest about what you really want and not be a sheep and be a lion of your own life, that's freedom. I needed it. I got it. Let's go. All right. So if you want to do that with me, it starts in September. I think I'm going to do it's either going to start the 9th or the 14th. I really don't know yet. Still trying to figure that out. But if you want to do that with me and you're like, Jen, let's go. Crack me open. Let's see what I got. Then just message me on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me on Instagram, but message me or just drop a little note that says I'm ready and I'll message you. Pretty simple. All right. Now who this is not for, let me tell you who this is not for. If you're like, I don't know if this is for me or not. Well, let me tell you who it's not for. It's not for you if you're not ready to get real with yourself. It's not for you if you're not ready to get honest with yourself. It's not for you if you think that this is going to be fluffy. It's not for you if you think you're not going to have to work at it. It's not for you. I said it's simple, not easy. If you're not ready for that, Count yourself out. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. But if you're like, I'm so sick of my own crap. I'm so sick of my own stories. I'm so sick of stopping myself, living in imposter syndrome, and fearing everything because I don't think I'm going to be approved of, worthy of, accepted, whatever. If that's you and you're living in exhaustion, overwhelm, maybe you're popping too many Xanax, maybe you're drinking too much wine, maybe you've got an addiction that you're hiding, maybe you're ready to blow up your life, leave your husband, leave your job, whatever. If that's you, then this is your answer. Then I'm for you because I can help you. And that's what I want. That's why I'm here. That's why I keep showing up on these Facebooks. All right, love you guys. Thanks for allowing me to show up here in your life and help you manage your mind a little bit every day. I honor that. And if this is supportive for you, if you think this is powerful for you, share it. Share it. Let's be generous. We get to be the be, so we can have the have. All right. See you later. Have a great day.